If you ever wonder what happens at a speaker table, right after Speaker Gunn finished, Bobby Harrison turned to me and said, "Chaney, how do you spell Coliseum? I'm having brain freeze." That's not exactly what he said. And I said, "Well, you spell it C-O-L-I, I don't know. We'll have to ask Sydney Hyde-Smith. I've got brain freeze too." So she could spell Coliseum. I want to talk to you about some issues that are on probably everybody's mind here in the Coliseum today, which I cannot spell, and that's health insurance. Most of us know that the Patient Protection Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, has been a train wreck and a catastrophe since October 1, where people try to sign up. Yesterday, I got a call from the Clarion Ledger, and Clay Chandler wanted to know how many people had signed up in Mississippi that we knew of. The numbers that we looked at, and by the way, I'm about the only state that's given out numbers on a federally operated exchange, is between 120 and 140 people. Think about that. 31 days into the program, and we have between 120 and 140 people signed up. The problem that we have with this is we have Washington running our health care instead of states running the health care. It's a big issue for us. If you talk to employees around the state and employers, the biggest thing that they face is trying to have decent benefits for the employees to attract them to be in this state and work here. The Department of Insurance tries to address these issues as best we can with the few tools that we have in our box, because we're truly hampered by the federal government. Let me tell you a little bit about what we do at the Department of Insurance. We bring in well over $200 million a year in tax revenue. We're in the top 5 for revenue in the state of Mississippi, and out of that revenue, we give monies back to the communities, cities, and counties for fire protection, which I'm going to talk about briefly. And the other thing that we do is that we try to manage a healthy insurance market for the whole state of Mississippi. We still have insurance issues on the Gulf Coast for homeowners, which we are addressing. I will leave here and go to a wind pool board meeting that's starting at 10 o'clock, where we will try to address some of the issues for what we should do on the Gulf Coast to keep insurance affordable there. One of the things that we do at the department is that we try to manage our money. I'm one of the 2 agencies that asked for less money next year when we went before the Legislative Budget Committee. I have 1 less employee than I had when I took over in 2008. So we've done a fairly good job in spite of the fact that we've been given more and more responsibilities. The National Flood Insurance Program is a flood program operated by the federal government, not by the state, through FEMA. Now, this program is in a lot of trouble. Let me give you an example. After Katrina in 2005, many people on the Gulf Coast rebuilt their homes to the new specs required by FEMA. When these homes were rebuilt in 2008, 9, and 10, these people did not know that they had to meet new base flood elevations that would begin in 2011 after the federal government had remapped the Gulf Coast of Mississippi and Louisiana. So October 1, which was 31 days ago, many of the people on the Gulf Coast got bills where they'd been paying $500 a year for flood insurance for $7,000, in some cases $14,000. I want you to listen to that, $500 a year to $14,000 a year. We've been pretty proactive in trying to solve this problem. The Department of Insurance, after a lot of consultation with the Attorney General, who's been very good with us trying to help us out, we were able to hire Ben Stone's firm, Bosch & Bingham on the Gulf Coast, who will represent us in federal courts as soon as we can get a court date. We had a date of the 28th of October. Unfortunately, that date was changed because the government shut down and all the other issues. So the federal judge has now ruled that we'd have a new court date. We still don't know when that date would be. But our goal was not to do away with the flood program. Our goal was to bring common sense into the program and have affordable rates that were actuarially sound, where homeowners would know what they were facing 5 years from now. The flood program had been renewed 14 times in 30 months. This time we got, under the Biggert Waters Acts of 2012, better known as BW12, we got a 60-month program, but nobody read the fine print, similar to what happened with the Affordable Care Act, and we had some issues with the feds just not doing the studies that were required before they instituted the rates. Our goal in the suit is to prevent the rates from going into effect and to give Congress time to address the problem. And to that end, I'm proud to say that Senator Thad Cochran in the Senate has sponsored a bill to prohibit the increase of the rates until the studies have done, along with Mayor Landry out of Louisiana and 18 other senators. In the House, Stephen Palazzo, along with other senators, has sponsored a bill to do the same thing. It's a great program, and I appreciate people like Greg Harper, Stephen Palazzo, and Senator Thad Cochran and Senator Wicker. We have some other things. The good thing about my job and the best thing about it is I'm also the state fire marshal, so I wear another hat. I want to tell something on Jack Reed. Where is he? I know he's here, but I'm thinking about Pete Baca, and I thought I'd try to lighten you up a little bit. Back years ago, Jack's father said that they got a survey from the Employment Security Commission or someone and asked about all the employees that they had, and they had several thousand working in Lee County and the other areas. And Jack said when he started to fill in the form out, they got down to the word number of employees broken down by sex. And he wrote on the form, sex is not our problem, alcohol is. Sometimes you don't know what the federal government's asking you to do. When we look at the programs that we have with the National Fire Insurance people that we work with, we have been able to reduce fire deaths in this state 36% since 2009. And the way we have done that is we have received almost $2 million in grants from private industry and the federal government to put into fire prevention. Mississippi ranked #1 in fire deaths per capita in 2008. Today, we're in the mid part of the pack because we've reduced fire deaths, and how we did it was very simple. We put smoke alarms and fire alarms out through the 13,000 plus volunteer firemen and the 3,500 professional firemen that we have in the state, and we've been able to reduce fire deaths in this state 36%. To show you a little bit about what we do, I want to show you our newest member of our team. This is a dog named Fida. Bring Fida up here. While I'm talking a little bit about Fida, Fida's a Belgian Malinois. She is going to look for a fire accelerant up here on the stage in one of these 4 cans. And she doesn't speak English yet. She still speaks Belgian. So I'm going to tell you that one of the cans has a crease in it. And the reason we put a crease in it, we don't want her to put her mouth down into the can and grab the accelerant that's in there on the cotton ball. So you watch this dog walk these 4 cans up here and see if she can find the accelerant. Besides Fida, go ahead, Kevin. Our handler is Kevin Martin. Look at this. Watch it. Look, there she goes. Where is she watching? Let's see what she does. Watch her. She's found it. Look at her. Look. So this is what we do. This is. Give this dog a round of applause. I want to tell you that I truly love my job as insurance commissioner. It's very tasking sometimes. It's very stressful in a lot of situations, but I enjoy getting up, going to work in the morning. I do it because I think I'll make a difference in the quality of life for people in Mississippi. I'm not trying to move up the ladder politically. I want to make that very clear to you. I'm just trying to be a good insurance commissioner and a good fire marshal. I appreciate everyone that helped put this on in the Coliseum today. And for Sydney Hyde-Smith, I would just simply say, I think she took a .22 rifle and shot holes in the roof because we definitely need a new roof on this building. And I'm politicking to all my legislative friends to help her out. Thank you for letting me be your insurance commissioner. I've enjoyed being here this morning.